Interface and post-digitality, two fascinating concepts with a significant role in the world we live in today. The purpose of an interface is to connect us to technological devices, while post-digitality defines how technology and media integrate into our reality. I wanted to explore what these concepts truly mean and understand their challenges and opportunities from a design perspective. First, let's talk about interface. An interface is not merely a technical choice, it is more like a bridge between the user and the device. For a designer, and in this case, a design student, this entails making a variety of decisions related to aesthetic and technical solutions. Don Norman, a pioneer in interface design and author of The Design of Everyday Things, emphasizes that a good interface should be invisible. But how can this be achieved in practice? Can we design technology that serves the user, inspires, and simultaneously feels natural? From a design student's perspective, interface design presents many intriguing challenges, as it holds the potential to influence the overall user experience. Designing interfaces is not just about how they look, it also involves considering the real needs of users, such as accessibility and intuitiveness. However, we cannot overlook the importance of aesthetics, as Don Norman points out in his book Emotional Design, p. 19. Attractive things make people feel good, which in turn makes them think more creatively and problem-solve more effectively. This is why attractive designs often feel easier to use. They create positive emotional responses. This insight, in my opinion, challenges the idea that a designer must compromise between aesthetics and usability. Combining these two factors opens possibilities for designing comprehensive products and services that not only solve problems but also enrich the everyday lives of users. Now we could move on to thinking about what post-digitality is and how it affects us. The post-digital era and its transformations add an entirely new dimension to this. As digital media merges with analog elements and becomes part of our lives, the designer's role becomes broader and, in some ways, more complex. It is no longer just about balancing aesthetic and usability-related decisions within a confined interface. Now, the task is to design an entire hybrid landscape where digital and analog elements operate symbiotically. A designer must ask, could we enrich individual experiences and society's technological infrastructure by using aesthetic appeal and intuitiveness? We must also consider how to design responsible and sustainable solutions that serve the user. In the hybrid world we live in, it is both a responsibility and an inspiration to be a design student. In this role, I can tangibly explore how to understand the needs of users and society from the perspectives of beauty, usability, and responsibility. The idea of a post-digital era further challenges this notion. For instance, we can take a digital book and consider whether it is merely a copy of a printed work or if it could offer a more multi-sensory experience by incorporating interactivity. Post-digital media aims to build new, complex systems on top of old technologies. I believe Florian Kramer captures this idea well in his article Post-Digital Aesthetics. The post-digital condition is not simply about using digital tools, it is about how the digital and the analog coexist and redefine each other in our cultural context. Another important question comes to mind regarding media and the ethics of the content it creates. How can we produce content that does not manipulate users but instead informs and inspires? It is essential to consider how different technologies can affect users' emotions and decisions and strive to act accordingly. Interfaces and post-digital media shape the way we understand and experience our surrounding reality. While interfaces act as a bridge between technology and humans, post-digitality connects us as part of a vast global network. This brings forth broad questions. How can we define the ways these boundaries operate? And how can we, as future designers, develop ethical, sustainable, and user-centered solutions? Thank you for watching. I appreciate your time and interest.